The shadow rattled again, this time harder, like something outside wasn't pushed by the wind but was pushing back. Jack instinctively reached for the revolver holstered at his hip, fingers brushing the worn grip. Clara flinched, pulling the blanket over her marked arm as she feared the glowing symbol would draw attention. What is out there? Jack whispered, eyes locked on the quivering door. Clara didn't answer right away. She was listening, truly listening, the way a hunted animal listens to the forest. Her breath hitched. It is too soon, he murmured. It wasn't supposed to find him yet. Jack cursed under his breath. You're gonna have to be a lot clearer real fast, Clara. What did Briggs put on you? What is coming after you? Her hand shook as he pressed them against the dirt floor. Something old. Something he awakened. It is bound to the mark he burned into him. Jack blinked. Awakened. Before he could question further, the door creaked inward by an inch. Just an inch, but enough for a sliver of night to seep through. Enough for Jack to see it. A sharp, towel, lean but hunched, with limbs that shadow didn't swallow but seemed to drip from. No details, just darknesses where darknesses shouldn't have been. Jack drew his gun. Stay back, he hissed, not sir if he was talking to Clara or the thing outside. The creature, if it could even be called that, didn't come any closer. It lingered just beyond the split of moonlight, Asta studying the shed. Asta smiling for her. Clara pressed her head against the wall, tears forming. It is here for the mark. It can't take form unless it is close. It grows stronger the nearer it jets. What the hell is it? Jack growled. Clara shook her head frantically. It is not alive, not the way we are. Briggs found a book. Some old ritual left behind by settlers who vanished a century ago. He thought it was just a curse he could control, something to use against those who opposed him. He was wrong. Jack kept his gun trained at the door. Figures Briggs would play with things he didn't understand. You don't understand either, Clara whispered. That thing is bound to him now. As long as the mark stays on my arm, it will follow. It won't stop until I'm dead, or until someone cuts the mark from him. Jack's blood chilled. You mean, cut it out? She nodded shakily. It is the only way, but I can't do it myself. Jack stared. He wasn't squeamish, not after years of ranch injuries and wild frontier violence. But cutting into a stranger's flesh, carving out whatever that thing was, and the symbol glowing like living fire. You should have told him sooner, Jack said through clenched teeth. I thought I had more time, he replied. Briggs told him the creature took days to manifest. But it must have tasted the blood when he branded him. It found him faster. Outside, the darkness shifted. Something scraped against the wooden plank as dragging close. Jack cocked the hammer of his revolver. If it is after you, isn't it just taking you now? It needs some waking, Clara whispered. It feeds on fear, exhaustion, pain. It wants desperate. Wants begging when it finally comes. Jack's jaw tightened. Not while breathing. Clara lifted her head, and for the first time since Jack found her, hope flickered in her eyes. Yet help him. Another slam hit the shed wall. Dust fell from the rafters. The lantern flickered madly as the shadows rippled like water disturbed by a stone. Jack didn't look at her. Ain't in my nature to let someone die in front of him. He holstered his revolver, grabbed a metal pitchfork leaning in the corner, and planted himself between Clara and the door. Can't shoot shadows, he muttered. Clara pulled herself up with trembling arms. Jack, there is something else you need to know. He glanced back, grip tightening on the pitchfork. The creature doesn't just kill, he said. It takes the soul of the market. Leaves nothing. Not even a body. Jack didn't flinch, but a spark of fear prickled the back of his neck. Not letting it happen. It might kill you too, Clara breathed. Onion who stands between us. Sight something, Jack growled. Let it 3. Outside, the creature's shadow contacted. A thin arm stretched, longer than any human arm should be, pressing its shape against the crack of the door. The wood groaned. Jack, Clara whispered, voice barely audible. It is forcing its way in. Jack steadied his breath. Then everything happened at once. The door burst inward, not completely, but enough for the creature's limb to slide through like smoke solidifying into flesh. A grotesque hand, long-fingered and sharp-edged, clawed at the floor. The lantern dimmed until only a faint flicker remained. Clara screamed. Jack lunged. He drove the pitchfork straight into the reaching limb. To his shock, the metal hit something solid. The creature shrieked, a sound like wind ripping through a canyon, sharp and ancient. The limb recoiled violently, pulling the pitchfork with it. Jack lost his grip and stumbled back. Run, Clara gasped. We have to jet out, now. No, Jack said. You're hurt. You can barely stand. I can run enough. SH insisted, grabbing his arm. The creature is stronger in tight spaces. We have to reach open ground, where the moonlight is. Jack hesitated only a second. Then he lifted Clara, her arm glowing fiercely through the blanket, and charged through the opposite wall, where wooden slates were waxed. His boot shattered the boards, splinters exploding outward as they stumbled into the cold night air. Behind them, the shed shook violently. The creature was coming. Clara gasped for breath. Toward the canyon ridge. The thing had the high ground. Something about the wind. Jack didn't question it. He hauled her along, moving as fast as her injured body allowed. The desert flower trembled with the movement of something unnaturally large and close. A shadow slithered across the ground beside them, long, distorted, gaining speed. Clara's glowing mark pulsed like a heartbeat gone mad. Jack, she cried. It is almost. A gust of sea wind blasted past them as the creature lunged from the darknesses, its form half-shaped, half-shadow, rising taller than the shed it escaped. Its mouth, if it was a mouth, stretched into a black, endless void. Jack swung his body around Clara, shielding her. The creature descended. And then, a cracking boom split the sky. A gunshot. But not from Jack. From somewhere behind them, the creature reeled back, shrieking as a burning streak tore through its shadowed form. The night split open with light as a man on horseback thundered into view, caught whipping behind him, rifle raised, ice cold as river ice. Jack's stomach dropped. Sheriff of Briggs. Clara's face went pale. No, no, not him. Briggs cocked his rifle again, his expression twisted into a cruel grin. Well now, he called out, voice echoing across the desert, looks like my runaway finally brought the beast to full strength. Jack positioned himself between Clara and Briggs, furious. You did this to her. You brought this nightmare. Briggs smirked. Oh, of course I did. Power don't come free, Rourke. And she's the last piece I need. That creature ain't here to kill her. It is here to finish the ritual. The creature turned, focusing not on Clara, but on Briggs now, drawn to the brander who had summoned it. Briggs didn't look afraid. He looked triumphant. Stay aside, Rourke, Briggs commanded. Order for a woman who was never meant to live. Jack clenched his fists, the creature surged forward, Briggs fired again, and the desert erupted into chaos.